Hi everybody, Caroline is back, and today talking about a different experience that is not quite bodybuilding related, but it is in the same sense. It's more on the cosmetic skincare side, so you ladies want to stay tuned, talk about our skin. And a lot of you know I've gone through a lot with my skin over the years, from just random acne breakouts to cystic acne to dark circles under my eyes. I've got fine lines, you name it. I'm a real person. Don't have all this cosmetic surgery done. I've never really believed in it. And over the past year and a half, I've become more self-conscious about something that is actually more genetic and hereditary than it is anything else. And that is, you guys can see them, these dark circles and bags under my eyes. Now, mind you, like I said, my family on my mom's side, my mom has dark circles, my grandma has dark circles. And then I noticed on my dad's side of the family, a couple of my aunts have dark circles. So it is genetic, but it also can be caused from a few different things. I get pretty decent sleep overall. I'm always hydrated. Those are usually the first two things to look at when you have dark circles under your eyes. The third thing, and this is where I think mine has come in, is when you lose weight, you can actually, the skin and your collagen is going to change, and like the elasticity of your skin changes as you age anyways. I'm 27 years old, so I'm not a super young chicken anymore. But as you start to lose weight and some of that weight loss happens in your face, we actually store fat deposits right here under our eyes. And that's why, like, when you're looking at it, you can see like some of the blue in the veins. That's usually an indicator that you have very little fat that is being stored in between the skin and that fat deposit. So it's not protecting it. And that's why it starts to look bluish. You can see a dark circle, even though, you know, you feel well rested. People come and be like, oh, are you tired? Be like, no. And then I just feel super self-conscious that I can't go anywhere without makeup, and I prefer to be without makeup really. And it's just been something that's been bothering me, so I started looking into options that can help resolve the issue, either naturally or cosmetically. And so, I mean, some of the things that you can do cold compresses. Lymphatic drainage can be helpful, so using a jade roller, which I already do, and like I said, I still haven't seen the results that I want. And so I am actually exploring some filler procedures today, and I'm going to be talking with a consult about it. And if I decide to get it, I'm going to get it today. And essentially it's a hyaluronic filler, and you guys might know hyaluronic acid actually, it complements collagen. Collagen makes up the cells, it's a protein. So when you put in the fillers, they're actually more natural. They can last, I believe, about 1 to 3 years on average. And so I'm gonna go to this consult today, see if it's what I want to do, and if I feel comfortable and all my questions are answered and my instincts tell me this is the right decision to make, I'm gonna get it done. So I just want to share that with you guys, and I'll tell you a little bit more as I explore it, and if I do have a consult, I'll definitely share that, and can't wait. But this is what I'm looking like right now, the before with my dark circles. And I mean, even during prep, as my skin starts to thin and my face thins out, it's something that I'm really self-conscious about. So if any of you girls out there have experienced that, you might know what I'm feeling. But just exploring options, you know, things I've never thought I'd done in my life seem to keep surfacing. And I think I'm going to be writing a book about that soon. So stay tuned, and we'll keep talking about this subject. I look like a raccoon.
You have really pretty skin, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've been working on it for a while.
It's noticing. It's noticeable. All right, there you go. All right, so you're all set. So that's like the easiest part.
The easy part.
It's all pretty easy. It's a fairly quick process, really.
So I decided I'm going to get the injectable fillers today, and talked with the nurse practitioner. Her name is Jenny. She's going to be coming in to perform it for me, and she's actually, so based on, there we go, based on the way that my tear ducts are, she's actually saying that my outer eye is really strong. I just have a hollow here on the inner eyes, and I actually don't have dark circles. It's just shadowing because of the hollow that's there. And so she's going to be injecting Restalyne into the under eye from both sides. And we're also going to be doing a thicker filler right here on the cheek, which will help keep it lifted, and it will actually help it have a longer, I would guess, a lifespan. She said most under eye fillers, the Restalyne, it lasts for about 6 to 9 months. She typically sees it 9 to 12. And then the cheek filler will be about 18 months of longevity. So I'm at it's John Connor's Plastic Surgery in Alpharetta at the Avalon. So the waiting continues. So this is Jenny.
Hi.
And she's getting my injection ready. And which ones are we doing today?
We're doing Restalyne Lift in your cheek to add a little volume to the nasojugal fold, which is the little crease that runs down from the tear trough into the cheek. And then we're going to use some Restalyne L, which is just Restalyne with lidocaine, in your tear troughs.
Perfect.
We're going to try to soften the appearance of those deep kind of crevices in the tear trough to give you more rested appearance and more of a smooth transition from your under eye to your cheek.
Awesome. And is it going to hurt me?
It's not going to hurt bad. It's going to be a couple little stings, but we did put some numbing cream on you. And we do offer Pronox, but you don't want to do that this time. So
nah.
You're just tough.
Thanks.
So it doesn't hurt, but it is a little awkward because we're working around the eye, and you may feel or hear some cracks and pops, and so I'll just walk you through the whole thing.
Perfect.
So then when I go in through that your cheek area to fill in the under eye, it won't hurt as bad.
Cool.
First, I'm just going to clean your skin off. Okay, just make sure we don't have any makeup or...
I just washed my face this morning. No makeup.
Good.
I prefer not to wear makeup most times.
Well, good. Well, I think this injection under your eye will help to help the need for under eye concealer as much.
I was actually going to ask that. So after you get the procedure done, when can you start wearing makeup?
So, we generally tell people to at least wait 24 hours, not because the makeup is going to do anything with the actual filler, but you do have to be careful. We do create punctures in the skin, and we don't want any bacteria. Makeup can be very dirty just from our fingers and using the same thing over and over again. So we don't want any bacteria to get in there and cause a problem.
Okay.
All right, so this is HibaCleanse. It's a cleanser that I don't want to get in your eye because it can cause some corneal irritation. But I want to make sure you're nice and clean, okay?
It smells like a baby wipe.
It does.
And Jenny, how long have you been doing this?
So I've been doing this since 2015 is when I first started, 2014, the end of 2014 is when I first started doing injections. But I've been working with Dr. John Connors in plastic surgery since 2011 when he first opened his own practice here in Atlanta.
Are you from Atlanta originally?
I'm originally from just outside the city. It's not just outside. It's a little more rural than that. It's Walton County, Monroe, Georgia. So I'm a Georgia native, but it's about 45 miles outside of the city.
And have you always wanted to do cosmetology stuff?
So I started out with a focus in cardiology, and I loved cardiology. That was my passion for years and years. And then I met Dr. Connors, and I was kind of tired of working in an area where everybody was sick and nobody necessarily wanted to see you coming. And so I moved to plastics, and I have not regretted it for a day.
Cool. It's always good to find something that you enjoy, and not just like you can't serve people right, but you feel like what you're doing, you're bringing more value.
Right. People are generally happy to be here when they're here. They want to see you. They want your opinion, and you make them feel better about themselves.
All right.
So here we go. And I'm going to start out by rejuvenating the cheek a little bit. That also helps the under eye. And so we're going to really work on this area right here, okay? And so I'm going to just use this needle. You'll feel a little pinprick, but it's not, it does go deep. So you're just going to feel me go in until I feel resistance. Then I'm going to aspirate. And then just put a little bolus there. And then we have our little, my assistant Jenna is giving a nice patting of the leg here.
Distract you with the injection.
So it doesn't take a lot of product to make a difference in this area. So we'll just keep working our way up. You hear that crackling?
Mm-hmm.
That's the sound.
It feels like there's a marble in my cheek.
Does it? Well, it doesn't look like there's a marble in your cheek, so that's the good part.
That's good. That's like what it was feeling like. I'm like, it feels like there's like a pebble, a marble, but it doesn't hurt. Like,
right.
It's just like a little poke and pressure, but not much.
Exactly. And so there's numbing medication in this product, which seems genius. However, we tend to go in a different area almost every time we stick. So
that's funny.
So I'm going to just work it up a little bit here in your cheek. It'll just give you a little lift.
That was the most pressure.
Was that the most pressure? Okay. Okay. So I can already see a little improvement in your under eye.
Sweet.
Isn't that nice? Okay, I'm going to go a little bit higher with this one. 1, 2, 3. You're doing great. How does it feel?
Interesting. So you said it when we talked in the beginning. You said it goes like right along the bone.
It does. It goes just above the bone. So you'll actually feel me. I go in until I meet resistance on the bone. Then I aspirate a little bit to see if make sure I'm not in a blood vessel. And then I inject right on the bone because this product's a little thicker. It's Restalyne Lift, and it mimics more bone and deep fat.
Yeah, because I think that's why it feels like more firm.
Heavier.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a thicker product.
One of the first places you're going to notice flatness is going to be in this area, just because that's kind of how, when you lose your body fat, and it kind of, a lot of times it manifests right here. Another area that we always like to maintain, although you're young and you have great cheek volume and cheekbones, is a lot of times this area can be one of the most dramatic changes, because that's where their light reflects. That's why we put highlighter on our cheeks.
That makes sense.
To reflect the light on that. So if we have any product left over, we may put a little bit right here.
Okay.
But we're going to work on these cheeks first. I think being very well educated about what you're having done makes the procedure run so much smoother for both of us.
We don't to expect.
And as we talked about before, we hope that we have zero bruising and swelling. But when we're taking a needle and we're putting it into the skin, you have to always account for what you may have, and that's going to be some bruising and swelling. And strangely enough, one side always tends to hurt more than the other. I mean, it's amazing what just volumizing a little bit of the cheek can do for the under eye.
Yes.
It's just amazing. Okay.
And I wouldn't have, when I was looking up stuff, I didn't even think about that. Like, they were talking about pushing it up. That's why you inject upwards. But, even looking at it now, you can
It
tell.
already looks better, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a common mistake people make is not treating the cheek.
It feels so weird.
I know.
You don't apologize. I'm hiring you for this. I'm hiring you to make me feel numbed and puffy cheeks.
Well, I'm the girl.
Yes, you're doing great.
Thanks. All right. Just want to look at the symmetry here. And I think I'm going to put a little right here, okay?
Okay.
We did a little bit more product. I feel like right here at the cheek where we were talking about having you want to have the convexity.
Yep.
and that's where it highlights the cheek. And the other face is right here. I feel like that's your little, there we go.
So she just finished the cheeks.
And I'll do a little light massaging just to mold a little bit. This product is a little bit moldable when it's first put in, just to make sure I don't feel any lumps and bumps.
Maybe it's just the lighting in here. It makes my skin glow.
I say that this type of lighting never makes skin glow.
It doesn't.
Like fluorescent lighting is like my enemy.
It's better than the, well, old yellow
Right.
lights that old houses have.
I prefer candlelight.
Me too. Natural sunlight.
Right.
Sunlight by the window. It's the best place to film and take pictures.
That's
FYI.
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
It looks a lot better already,
Yeah.
right? So now we have much less work to do here in these tear troughs.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Looks
Awesome.
great. So we're going to use a little pilot hole right here, and this is how we're going to have access to those cheeks. It's a little, I know, it's spicy.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to let that there. This is going to be our access to using that cannula, the blunt tipped cannula. And again, the reason and rationale for using a blunt tipped cannula around the eyes is the safest, because there's a lot of little blood vessels in there that we want to avoid.
Okay.
It causes less trauma, although you wouldn't really believe it when you kind of watch it. It causes less trauma in the tissues because it is a blunt tip. And again, it just reduces the risk of injecting into a blood vessel.
Okay.
Okay. So this one's a little more aggressive. It feels more aggressive, okay? Because I'm gonna have to pop through kind of this area and get deep, okay? So just bear with me. Tell me if you feel anything that you need me to stop or give you a minute. I'm not gonna go to into your eyes, so don't worry about that, okay? You'll feel there's some nerves right here. So if you feel a little zinger, you let me know, okay? You're gonna feel my hand in under your eye a lot, because I'm just trying to feel for the tip of my cannula, okay? And if you need a break, tell me.
Okay.
Okay. This is where you may hear the product. So we're gonna start injecting a little product. Once it gets numb, it tends to be a little easier. Okay. The beautiful thing about this product is you can manipulate it a little bit, kind of where you want it to go, since we have to stay beneath the orbital rim here. So we don't want to have to, we want to be able to manipulate it a little bit. You're doing great. I know it's bizarre. Is it painful or awkward?
It's like
Tender? Tense.
Yeah, and just tightness. Ooh.
I can redirect, don't worry.
It doesn't hurt. It's just like, what's the right word? Almost like a blunt, like to the bone. Not to the bone,
Well,
but that's where it feels like.
And that's kind of, it's close to, it's really right on top of the bone. Okay, so there's a little nerve there.
Yeah.
We'll just back out and redirect, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna go a different place. All right, you're fine. Good. I'm gonna go a different place. And you know what? We can also do some of this with this needle. If this cannula ends up being a little, okay. Let's just come out and do a needle.
Okay.
Okay. We got a really good amount there, so. It can be spicy. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It is more than I thought it was going to be, because
Really?
the cheek was easy.
So easy, I know.
And that is just like,
There's
wow.
a nerve that runs right here, and that's kind of what we're trying to avoid.
Holy.
Already different, right?
Wow. Yeah.
We're on to the next side.
On to the next one. Hopefully I can handle this time.
It's not the easiest thing to handle. Okay, so you're gonna feel a little stick. 1, 2, 3, poke. Okay. So this is the cannula that you didn't love so much. We'll try this again, okay? So, lots lots of tugging and pulling. You just tell me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes one side is so much worse than the other, so. It's just not, it's not for you, is it?
I mean, I can handle it a little bit more.
It's okay.
Yeah. That's okay. It was like, when it gets really intense is where it's hard for me.
Try to put a little bit of product there.
Mm-hmm.
See if that helps you. If it numbs it a little bit.
Right.
That ligament's hard to get through, so it's, okay, let's just, we're gonna put a little here and then we're gonna come out and finish it with a needle.
Okay.
I know. It's
You're
tough.
doing good.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
It's tough. Some people are just more sensitive, you know, under here.
That was actually my biggest concern, was that I was going to be really sensitive underneath.
Underneath your eyes.
Yeah.
So we will just use a fact-filled syringe.
Well, I'm really happy with how the first side looks so far.
Yay.
So, there we go. This lighting you can tell better.
All right, we're just gonna do some bolus injections here. Okay.
You're good. It's like 2/3 less pain.
I know.
I'm not kidding.
Well, and it's a little more precise as well.
Okay. It's just more labor intensive, isn't it?
It's just different, you know. I like to be able to use a cannula just for the safety profile of it.
Okay.
But this is also, you know, you use very small amounts, use it right on the bone, and it's a safe procedure as well. I'm happy. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
You got
From what I can see, yeah.
So you got little bumps from that's from the injection points. And I'm gonna just rub it out a little bit just to make sure there's no product that's lumpy.
Okay.
And it feels really nice and soft. And then
Am I able to wash my face as normal, or how do you do that?
I tell people they can wash their face normally.
Okay.
I would not be aggressive when
Right.
you wash around the eyes because you could potentially move the product for a little bit.
Mhm.
But you can wash your face as normal.
Okay.
I would not use any Retin-A or anything like that if you use that, just because these are little puncture sites, and so it could cause more irritation.
Okay.
But other than that, that might be a little bitty bruise right there.
That's what I was looking
Yeah,
at. I was
that
like,
one's probably gonna be a little bruise,
okay.
and but hopefully it's just gonna be a little bruise.
Right.
That's our goal.
There we have it, and it's gonna take about 3 to 4 weeks to see the best final results from swelling, everything settling. But it looks awesome. First time getting injectable fillers. Success. Finished the procedure and wanted to see it in some natural lighting. So I'm really happy. We're gonna have a little bit of bruising, which I was expecting anyways, but huge difference. Really pleased, and we'll be keeping you updated on how it heals and my thoughts on these fillers. And I still can't smile all the way. It's just like through here, super tight, but really pleased. Back to work, back to the day today, and thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, if you're in North Georgia, Alpharetta area, highly recommend Jenny at John Connors Plastic Surgery.